You are now live.
All right, so we're going to be playing Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse. This is the 100% run where we go ahead and collect 53 hippo heads throughout our journey. We're going to see a lot of movement throughout the game, and it starts off pretty slow and ramps up as we get through it. But I'll go ahead and explain everything as we get going. Now, the cutscene that we preemptively skip here has Stubbs actually coming into the world for the first time in some years, and he's pretty hungry. These two are having a picnic, and he goes ahead and just eats the hot dog. The guy's not keen to that, though, so we give him a back scratch, and he's not happy about that either, so then we just eat his brains. She's not feeling what she saw either, but either way, we're going to listen to Guidebot here. She's going to give us a good old tutorial about the game, and we're going to start with camera controls. You're supposed to just tell her yes, but we're going to spaz out and just fling the camera all over. Now, the first hippo head we get in the game is actually right over to the left, so opposite of where our general direction is going, so we'll go back to that green arrow shortly. But with every hippo head we unlock, we're going to hear some developer commentary. Throughout the whole game, as we go ahead and get that commentary, it overrides each other. There is one spot in the game where that doesn't happen, and you hear like a blend of both audios happening at the same time. That's no fun, but hopefully it's not a very long period.
Writer for Stubbs.
Let's talk about where the idea for the game came from.
Well,
Yeah, this game you play as the zombie. So the whole thing is that you're meant to be like a zombie king, basically, is a good way to put it, because you go ahead and bring all these other zombies into reality. So that girl went ahead and told these cops what we did. She said, "Oh my God, he stole the hot dog," and they gave him a back scratch. These cops said, "You know what? That doesn't actually sound too bad. They still want to take us to jail because stealing's wrong, but what you're going to see here next is that they want a back scratch too." So Stubbs is going to do that favor for them. Look, they're already turning around. Perfect. So once they go ahead and get out of this cutscene, we're gonna get to doing them a favor.
have him eat a bunch of brains, and so that's in
The
short,
tutorial here wants you to eat their brains, which is why they're turned behind like that. But it's a bit faster to just scratch them. Now right here, these cops get called in because obviously Stubbs gives the best back massages. So we're gonna go ahead and get surrounded. They're lining up for it. This is not what we expected. They all pulled their guns out. Guidebot's going to go ahead and introduce us to our first ability in the game, which is going to be our zombie gas. So what Stubbs does with that is he just goes ahead and farts like that. Disorients everybody, and then your zombies can go ahead and start eating them. What we're going to do instead is just kick this car. What that does is one is going to stop this other guy from spawning right... He should be right under the hood. But it also knocks the cops into a weird spot. That makes it to where the zombie AI just kind of jitters around. They're not sure what to do. Get this? You want to push your zombies as the next tutorial prompt? And that gets them out of the way. Now, they block Guidebot's pathing. It's not a huge issue, but it can be a nuisance. And then right here, Guidebot teaches us how to whistle. In the other difficulties of Stubbs, this is legitimately a good lesson to have because you need all of these abilities, but right now, we don't. In the easy difficulty, that is. And then the last lesson Guidebot's going to give us over here is a lesson on trust and how our health bar works. This is the best game. I absolutely adore this game. Great audio, great soundtrack. Visually, I like the filter that they put on it. It's like a little old school camera. But Guidebot goes ahead and punches us, knocks our health down to our shoes, and then we turn around and run away. While we're running away, you're going to hear like a pulse, the heartbeat. That's Stubbs regaining his HP. And this is the second hippo head out of 7 for the split.
So we're sitting around with
Every time the screen flashes purple, that means we got the hippo head.
like game ideas written up.
Normally, cutscenes will stop the audio. This one doesn't. For whatever reason, this cutscene keeps the audio going. And they talk about in this one just about how the main idea that everybody liked is the idea that everybody being a zombie, or being the lead zombie.
Top 5.
We're not going to hear their whole thoughts on this, though. We're going to go ahead and run over to hippo head number 3. And then we're going to start making a big letter C.
Yeah, there's one thing that.
So there's number 3 out of 7.
Trivia buffs out there. My direction to Amy Warren, the actor.
And this is a big loop-de-loop. This is what I mean by it's kind of slow. There's not a whole lot of movement abilities in the beginning. We don't have much to expedite the process, so we just kind of run through. Or shamble through is probably the better way to put it. Once we get over here, and that little nook is the next one. Stubbs is a professional back scratcher. He goes ahead and gives everybody he meets a back scratch. So now we're going to get 2 unskippable cutscenes. This is the first of 2. Not really a big deal. It's showing like that the police are reacting. However, it doesn't phase us. We just keep running. That brown building there is where we're going to find Hippo Head number 5. Right in between pillar number 3 and pillar number 4. So we just got to run all the way through. In the meantime, the developers are telling us about how the design of the world came about. It's all based off of an old World Fair exhibit, I suppose is probably the best way to put it. And so it's a town of the future in the past. So again, we're going between 3 and 4, just like this.
There's this great artist, his name was Ray Baugh, who drew all these. He was doing
and this is number 5 of 7. And then we're going to just go behind the buildings here. So all those guys that spawned, it doesn't matter. We're going to make a direct line and jump.
Starts in the morning, ends at night.
The closer you get your jump to the edge, the better. It allows you to just kind of run right through, or at least pick your run up as fast as you can. You could walk around the ramp. They're arguably about the same speed, it seems like. And in this next area, we're going to go right to this building that we see the corner of, but we're going to get number 6, and then we have to do like a weird loop back so that we don't hit the end trigger of the level and accidentally invalidate the run.
People can just feel good about themselves for doing it.
I suppose 52 out of 53 Hippo Heads wouldn't be the worst that we could do, but, you know. And then the goal at this point is to get to the monorail. The main objective of what Stubbs is doing right now is that he's getting familiar with the town. He's seeing that he's just kind of randomly brought into. He's not sure where he's at, and because of that, he's just running around. But once we get to the monorail, there's going to be a cutscene here. This is unskippable, but if we get the other cutscenes, that's when we move to the next level. Don't want that. So we stay on this green strip until we see that Hippo Head right on the left. So we'll just take this deep to the side and pull forward. Now in the next group of cutscenes that we're about to skip, Stubbs is actually going ahead and realizing, hey, wait, I remember something about this town. I remember this lady, Maggie Monday. And so he wants to go ahead and find her. And the best way to find her is by taking this vehicle called the Sodomobile for a little trip. In this split, the Bleeding Ground, we have 6 different Hippo Heads to pick up. There's going to be 3 on the outside, and then there's going to be 3 on after a couple cutscenes. So this is number 1. It's pretty out of the way. Number 1 and number 3 are both a little distant. We're going to have some vehicle combat coming up. And these vehicles have a lot of flight, I guess, because the bullet they have is like a lot of knockback. So you see that guy went flying. In the any percent route, we would skip right through that door. One of our runners, Losey, found that quite a bit ago, and it saves a great bit of time. But at this point, because of the 100% route, we need to go through all these old doors. Did I get him? Oh boy. Alright, fine enough. You don't want to leave them in their car just because they can really mess your day up when you come back out. But once we get into this room, this is the control room. This unlocks the door that we normally skip through. And we just jump here. That's number 2 of 6.
One of the things that was also important from a story.
Then we jump like that, just so that way we can get to the control panel.
Initializing the chase.
And we need to hit this button because it unlocks the door to exit this area, as well as it unlocks the next, or the exit to the zone. So we run through this whole area, skedaddle through. None of these people matter at that point. All we needed was that Hippo Head. Alright, and now we're going to go to the hangar. This, again, is like another out-of-the-way hippo head. Most of them are actually in line with where you'd go, but not these first and third. Alright, perfect. So this is number 3. And then we get in the car again and drive all the way back.
It's kind of the first level with a challenge.
So with this vehicle, you have a lot of momentum if you drive at diagonals. Best if you drive horizontal, but it is very difficult to control and you can very easily flip. We're going to have one more vehicle to deal with when we get up to the exit here.
Maggie Monday.
That's right.
The lovely.
The femme fatale
Oh boy.
Exactly.
of this game.
And Scagnus, who is the
We got caught up.
head of Monday's internal security.
Ooh.
True. Skegness and Monday, actually, there's a
Alright, cool.
deep
So now we just run through this area. Luckily we didn't flip out of the car. That would have been bad.
and perhaps you'll all read it someday in the epic novel.
Now, number 4 is going to come at us right away. As soon as we get out of this cutscene, we start running horizontally, and then run at this Mr. Fix-It bot. For whatever reason, he's got a hippo head. That's number 4 of 6.
Also,
Holy crap!
because some
Run
people
around.
are not,
Hopefully these guys don't stop us. Excellent, excellent.
you might be wondering why Skegness and his
Now, Guidebot's going to go ahead and introduce us to our next ability, which is the Zombie Gut Grenade. It performs identical to the Halo Blue Sticky Grenade. This is built on the Halo 1 CE engine. So they took some notes, if you will, and that's what they came up with out of some of the weapons. You'll notice other vehicles and some other behaviors of the game are very similar. Again, same engine gives you some
as you can tell by looking at
neat similarities, or neat behaviors.
50 pounds of solid muscle guys, that works out really well.
Alright, hopefully we get to save a gut grenade here to use later, but what we're going to do for now is run straight at that door, and then we're going to start zigzagging. So one guy, get out of there, come on. One guy's out, 2 guys are out, get the 3rd guy out.
They can sing like angels.
Indeed.
Oh man, they did not want to move. That's fine. So we still used a grenade. Not what I wanted to do, but it's not awful. We just make our way through these tunnels, and then we're going to get to a little clearing. From there, we're going to see a really weird area of Pennsylvania. You know, growing up there, none of this looks familiar. None of it. But we keep on running through. There's going to be a scientist and 3 guys here. Hopefully we can just run past this scientist. Oh, no, he doesn't want to let us. That's fine. We'll kill these 3 guys with 1 grenade, though. There's a guy around the corner, so don't be fooled. I can actually count. Oh, but I can't kill. There we go, number 5.
In the second half of this level.
Now you see those secret service guys, or those barbershop quartet guys? Those are the secret service for the town mayor, Andrew Monday. And right now they're protecting that lady, Maggie Monday, who Stubbs finds an interest in. As Stubbs fleshes out his memory a bit, he remembers more and more about the what led him to his shallow grave in the middle of a town. But for now, he's just kind of love drunk and trying to find his lady. Hopefully with this next spot I don't have to use my grenade then, since I didn't get to position the way I wanted earlier. Okay, that works. And then we throw a grenade down here and grab number 6.
That's the other,
We throw the grenade down there just because it kind of gets these guys moving a little sooner.
is Otis Monday.
And I don't have to worry about them nearly as much. Oh, get out of here. I'm just talking about how I don't have to worry about you.
Conspiracy theory, which we couldn't divulge. We
Alright, so regardless of Stubbs before not wanting to go to prison, he's in prison. And right there, you saw me crouch. It didn't quite work, but typically what you do there is you crouch to break line of sight, and then these guys get all confused. This guy, you let him see you. Ooh, nothing. Alright, let's go. Everybody's blocking me in the slammer. They really want to put me in a cell. Not gonna work. So now that we've broken past the initial 2 guys, we got our first of 2 hippo heads in this area. The second one comes when we learn our 3rd ability in the game, but for now, we're going to run through and try and figure out where all these police are. Now this game is rated M for mature, And at this point, we're running through the changing room, so everybody close your eyes.
Yep. This is Patrick Curry. I'm the lead designer, and
Eek!
like Alan said, everything. except
Holy
for the
crap!
head.
Alright, now we run right past all these guys, jump through here, and we're going to see the chief go on the loud, or on the TV at this point and tell everybody we got a zombie here. Now, what this does to us is it gives us a mini game. We get to learn if can Velcrafting count to 15. More often than not, I can't. So let's see if that's different today.
And so we tried to.
So we killed 2 there.
Make a level that was conducive
3.
to teaching that to the player,
Oh, come here.
and still being fun.
4,
And, what's also
5, 6. Let's go back here.
working in this level in terms of
7,
gameplay was the
8. There's a guy back here.
paper project where we're moving upwards
By going back here, I make sure, or I get the potential. Oh my gosh, can you fall down? I get the potential of getting the respawns a little sooner.
being edit from the middle outwards.
They didn't come out.
We got,
Monka ass.
got them and originally
Killed this guy. Perfect.
you went
Alright, I lost count.
when it moved in,
But it's perfect because we got it.
this
Great timing. Didn't lose count. I can count.
over time
You guys didn't hear me say that before.
process got
So now at this point, Stubbs is gonna get trapped. All these SWAT guys ambush him. Oop. As we fade in, we get this part right here, and you can start jumping. You're gonna go right to that little square, jump out. This is the prison break skip. And what you do here is take your hand. This is your newest ability. For whatever reason, you can use it to latch right onto that door frame and go hit the button. This saves a couple seconds because we get to jump like this. And then we possess this guy. You specifically need to get this guy because he triggers a sequence with that guy. Once that police officer hits the button, we're going to be freed from jail. Now, this character doesn't have any type of run animation, so you saw me jump there. The nice thing is this character busts out the Gundam style every time, so we're going to just dance our way to victory and go all the way over here.
stage of it builds slowly and then caps off.
And then we have Stubbs again. Now, the hand itself allows you to go ahead and unlock different triggers like that, as well as possess people, as you saw. It also collects hippo heads. So we already got that one. Perfect. That's 2 of 2. We're going to grab some insurance on our way out. Thank you, sir. So the gut grenade is really all you need, but the arm is the safety policy. So what we're doing with that is the grenade kills a boatload of people at the end that we need for the end trigger, and the arm gives us a one-shot kill on about 3 people, give or take. So we run through all this. All their audio is synced up. Luckily, none of these people matter. So we gotta zigzag a little. Not the first door. Don't get fooled. Go to the second door. All right. Not a chance. Get out of here. So now we run at the door. That way we can trigger the end scene. All right. So this part in the game is supposed to be a big dance sequence. Now, unfortunately, for Stubbs, the developers considered us to have 2 left thumbs, so they give us an easy out. Honestly, it's not the easiest minigame anyway. But what we get to do is just right-click, and then we're through. So I hope you weren't expecting a bunch of music right there. Luckily, there's no extra hippo heads to get, so that makes it easy to just kind of skip past. Now, this level, however, we get our 4th and final ability, and we also have 4 different hippo heads to pick up. Andrew Monday just told us we're safe if we approach the parking garage, so we're going to take that advice and run this way. And we're going to take the side route, but the 4th floor is where we need to go. And that's where you'll see Stubbs' hand being used to pick up a hippo head for the first time. So at this point, let's see how good our luck is. Does the cop car kill a bunch of people? Boom! None! Alright, bad luck. Wrap it up. That cop car is very, erratic when they drive. All the cops really are. They're bad drivers in this game. And, that guy usually kills a few people. So we take off our hand, jump at this head. Number 1 of 4. And now we go talk to Guidebot. Now, Guidebot at this point is going to go ahead and introduce us to our 4th and final ability, which is the zombie head roll. We're not actually going to use it the way that the game wants us to use it right away. So you're going to see a bunch of people start running at us. Run past them. It's a speed run.
So, yeah, this is A50 Mall, and this
Alright.
is another one of the
So the next hippo head is going to be in the bank, which comes down on the next floor here. So we just run through this lobby,
the police station
and we'll go downstairs.
The mall was probably one of the first ones we started building just to get the idea of what physical spaces should feel like when you're outside with.
Alright, so we're going to take this guy's brains.
What didn't work, what the engine can handle, what we couldn't handle, how much of a city.
Alright, that guy's running at us, so I'm just not going to bother. We're going to jump down and run.
I think we did a pretty good job.
Now at this point the hippo head is actually off in the corner, so by running around the perimeter, I usually like to stay up top. We didn't get that luxury this time because of the way the police were running. Not a huge deal. This game being built on the Halo engine, here's the next instance where we really get to see that in action. This is a little dupe we do to try and get out of aggro. That way we don't have to worry. That guy's staring right at me. We'll go over here. So once we get out of combat like that and out of line of sight, we get a save trigger, and that's what we're really going for there. The game assumes that we've killed everybody and they need to send in reinforcements. However, we really just killed the front 3 people, or the back 3 people, however you want to look at that. Now we're going to go see a movie. That's what Stubbs wants to do on the first list now that he's gotten out of, some dirt. We're going to go see this new... Oh, it's Rebel Without a Pulse. A rebel. Woo! Watch out for these cop cars. I run back here.
What's also neat about this was that in the early incarnations,
I run behind that truck because I don't want to get shot by a bunch of police officers. And that's number 2, or 3, rather. And now at this point, we're going to keep on running. We're going to take a page out of the old route, very, very old route, and we're going to go to this little business called Filbert's. In the current route for any percent, we go to Cutlets and such because Stubbs is hungry. He's been dead a while and needs a good meal. But for now, we're going to Filbert's. Not really sure what Filbert sells, what he does, or who he is. We're just using him for a transport to the next hippo head. Poor Filbert.
You hit there and suddenly you have to fight.
So, on easy, most of this is a running simulator. On the insane difficulty, it is absurd. You have waves of people all just trying to gun you down, and everybody hits you for like 30 or 40% of your health. So the easy run is a lot more fun in that regard if you're just looking for doing completionist type of things like 100%. And then we go through here, and this is where we'll get number 4 of 4. Perfect. Now I said we were going to use the zombie head roll. I wasn't lying. We're going to use it right up here. Chill out. Here we go.
The promenade was just basically, the idea is it's this long...
You just got to take this guy out. These cops are such like random question marks if they show up. These guys are the important ones.
So you eventually get to this point where
you run a little forward.
And the ramp fight.
Perfect. So now we get to meet Otis. Otis is like the lead antagonist, if you will, for now. They're the local militia in this town in Punchbowl, Pennsylvania, this fictional town. And right now they've realized the police can't handle this, so they're going to go ahead and try and take us out. I don't think they can. But because of these hippo heads being in weird spots, they get a lot of time to do it. This area itself has 4 that we have to collect. The first 2 are outside of the mall. The second 2 are inside of the mall. Hopefully I can route this pretty decently for you guys. And we see it all go fast. So first we're going to go ahead and collect some grenades. I'm going to kill 3 people here. And that gets us 3 grenades. And then we're going to run. This level is gated by killing X number of Quakers. And since we have a bit of time to kill in between each wave, we're going to use that to our liberty. And run like this. Chuck that hand. Now the hand has a lot of momentum to it when you jump. The only thing you don't want to do is jump off of an angled surface, because that'll really kill it. You jump at a weird like side momentum and it really messes you up. Luckily we didn't hit the curb there, so no side momentum. That's 1 of 2. Once you get that, you pull out here. And this is the first wave. We don't really have to worry about these guys other than we need 1 brain so that we can get a hand again. Now the currency or the way this works is that you eat brains, and for whatever reason 1 brain always equals 1 hand. No idea why, but it does. Now with these Quakers, for whatever reason, I guess because they're skinny, they don't give you a whole gut grenade when you eat them usually. And the head roll is a bunch. You need like 7 or 8 Quakers, 4 or like 5 or 6 civilians. The gas grenade or the gas is a fair bit as well, but that just kind of seems to happen whenever you need it. We don't farm for it. And then we chuck the hand again. Don't want to get stuck to anything. The hand is very sticky. For whatever reason, it gets stuck to everything. And you'll see that being used to some good extent later, but not right now. That's 2 of 4. That's everything for out here. And now we just need to break into the mall. Luckily, they don't have like any type of security camera, anything like that. It's too early in the years. So what we do, I hope that's enough. No? Maybe he will be. Oh, R.I.P. That guy didn't die before, so now it's enough. Alright. So these guys are all dead, and then you see this wave come through. We're just going to run past them. We had to use all our grenades, though, which is unfortunate, so we're going to have to kill these people. If we kill this and that other pedestrian right there, ba-boom. It's not worth farming these guys. I found that out the hard way. It takes all 3 to equal 1 grenade. Not worth. We'll just move past it. So we go between 2 ferns right here, pick up number 3, turn around, and chuck our hand. I like the first guy if we can get him. Perfect. And that's number 4 of 4. Now the game, for whatever reason, when you're in the zombie hand mode, is very, very high contrast, and this area has a lot of lights. Hopefully we don't accidentally run into a civilian like that. That's why I like the guy with 2 bullets. Alright, now we face the boss. Normally you'd have 3 gut grenades here, but we're going to still run with this. Hit him a bunch. Take his arm. Alright, once we get this all out of the way, we eat his brains. And that's the boss fight. Alright, so this section has 10, which is by far the most that we have. I think the entire run, really. But this is what I call the first corner. So we have three sections of corn we got to go through, and we got to pick up a hippo head in each section here. There's 2. But yeah, so this is the first corner, and then we'll be going over to the second corner, and then there's a third corner. Where is it? Boom. So hopefully we don't run into any people. Good. And we didn't lose our run. Excellent. That little, like,
what can we tell
blip
people about
in the dirt can cause you to lose your run, which is annoying.
Well, the militia are an
So when we speedrun this game, we actually run a software called Riva Tuner, or at least you're allowed to, which limits the game to 60 FPS. For whatever reason, the game only takes up inputs on 30 frames out of the 60 that I limit it to.
have actually
Probably just due to the old console restraints is what our assumption is. But it allows for things like grenade jumping to be very, very, very
even before
consistent.
The farm, there was
So there's that one.
this is also,
So this is corner 2.
features the first and perhaps only
And we have to pick up our second one right over here. And that'll lead us to 5 out of 10.
not to be confused with a similarly named. For those of you who've been wondering why Otis Monday lives
Not the
in
best
town
jump.
with knob cheese,
Not a problem though.
there's
So we do that because otherwise you have to open up the sheep pen and that just takes too much time. It's like an extra 10 to 15 seconds. Then you gotta wait for the little, like the sheeps to run out. It's not worth all the waiting.
backstory.
So we just run through like that.
Otis Monday and his prior existence and how he came into
Oh my god.
farm
That guy just exploded.
after his
Oh, we missed him, but we ran him over. Alright, so now we're gonna run over to the third corner, and that's where we'll get number 6. Actually, corner's probably not the best term for it, because it's all hay over here. But
it's
we drive the tractor all the way to this pole end of the land,
coming soon in novel
far out of the way. But luckily, we get the vehicle. You know, it makes it not so slow. And then in the next area, you get to see a lot of movement, a lot of momentum. Hopefully, no deaths. That's number 6.
So at one point in the game, you
And then we drive right away.
you enter the
The game wants you to either go to the left there or go to the right. We're going to go right down the center,
It's going to be really dull.
just because you can cut past some of the terrain by doing this.
Yard crying.
originally this was
Now,
simply gonna be
7 and 8 are probably the...
you know, basically zombies are just
7's the highest risk one that we go for a bit,
and it's a
hippo head wise, but it's not too bad. This morning in practice, it did not go the best. So we'll see how it goes here.
I
Bust through this door, and now we're on the other side of the farm.
or rather
Now from here, we're gonna run over to that second bale of hay.
entire farm. There was a lot. I originally set it up where there
We
was
don't mind getting
lots
shot. We just don't want to get
of
shot a
layers of
bunch.
boxes around it, and I was trying to set up a pretty open-ended.
Take this guy's
You
brain.
could assault the machine gun nests first, or you
Now Stubbs is getting shot. We gotta hurry.
that later
They're firing.
I was discouraged from actually pursuing that
Nice.
particular design.
So we
So now we need a hand for this next one.
cutscene in this barn
No.
to a
Wait, he has no brains anymore. Oh no.
very young or just cultural
That's very no good. Let's get this.
members of this development team.
certain members of the wide load staff didn't recognize
Normally,
we were
that guy does not lose his head, but I think the chain gunner over there killed him.
Christopher.
So we're gonna run past this, and we'll get number 8 up in this grain silo. Hopefully they don't kill me.
This was actually, I think Doug's original idea was to have a sort of Braveheart speech.
Perfect. And Stubbs is healing. That's what we like to see. This is number 8.
I twisted that
Number 9 is on the first floor. Number 10 is on the second. So we're gonna go ahead and
incredible,
skedaddle over here.
incredible stability.
And by running at the steps at an angle, you maintain your run, which is
as compared
minor but effective.
Yeah.
You don't want to go slow through these
to
parts.
sure knew how to pack a meat.
Now, luckily, we eat this guy's brains, which gives us another hand. And so we get to bust right through here
When we first got the hay bale,
and run all the way to this, like, meeting area, the living room forum.
the first pass on the model, it was strapped wrong.
Ah!
The straps went around the middle like an equator instead of
Ah!
two straps around
Number 9.
the long end.
Very,
Actually, one thing
oh, that was risky.
this is probably the one
I'm gonna eat this guy's brains for safety,
which is
as you do.
a good thing.
Bust through the door.
Otis does get
And now number 10.
deliver a
We got to get that by going over this way.
his worldview, which is
I like killing that guy there because he's just a pain and can cause you to stagger, and you don't want that.
one of the best parts of developing.
And that's the 10th and final one here.
Welcome to the
And now we're in the Punch Bowl Dam.
where our motto is, damn it.
Now the Punch Bowl Dam has 5, and they mostly are right up in the front of the level. So we get the first one by going to the left, and then overall this level introduces to us 2.5 new enemies. We see scientists that are going to be coming up here, and these robots. The scientists act very similar to the police officers now. They're very similar. They have a red pistol, or a red beam pistol, that you'll see that guy shooting most likely. The half an enemy are these Mr. Fix-It bots. They hit whoever hits them, so really they're just, I only count them as half. Our second hippo head is going to come up right over here. And then the other enemy that we get in this area we call Einsteins. And the Einsteins have this like shotgun type weapon, like that, where they push you away. It's very frustrating.
Firefights so that a scientist will accidentally hit a robot with a shot or two, then he'll freak out and go off in
Yeep.
space on you.
Too high. That's 3 of 5.
And so I think this is the first time you ever encounter these shotgun.
And then we just keep running.
The boomstick guy.
Overall, not bad. Yeah, they call them boomsticks. We call them Einsteins.
You would burn their faces off.
But now we run through here. And now in this next area, in the any percent, we have a cool hand skip that allows you to just run or fling past all of what you're about to see.
That into the next one.
Unfortunately, for the 100% route, there's a hippo head in the room we need.
It's the first time you
Or we
see
skip past, so.
scientists, actually.
There's a scientist that we do pass by. He can get in the way and be a problem. We call him Kevin, so be sure to say hi to Kevin when we fly past him.
Choke them with.
Alright, you see Kevin running to the door. Kevin's making a breakaway. Oh, we ran past him. Not a problem. Kevin's not even close. So we just run and get this hippo head here. Take this guy's brains. He doesn't need them.
Have a cool area now. 'Cause it's one of the
And then hit the button. That's our exit.
how you want to beat it.
Now we just need this guy for a hand.
Here from the very beginning and watch that guy go in there and just possess something and just, you know, they won't even know you're.
They
back.
killed him.
You walk right in there and open it. You can be stealthy with the hand and walk through the vent, or you can fight. You can do Rambo on it
All right.
and fight your way through it. So
First
it's
try.
Cool that you kind of get to choose.
So we run through here now.
Yeah, there's.
Now that we have a hand, we can go ahead and skip to this next area. So this area is meant to be a mini game. King of the Hill is how they reference it. But essentially, we're just poisoning the water supply. So this is the pee level. But first, before we start peeing, we want to go ahead and get this hippo head. This is the 5th and final one. And then we can go ahead and start relaxing.
This is the first level where you use your whiz as a real.
Now, you can go ahead and spell out your name, do a lot of things.
Is the combination.
What we're going to do is tilt our head back and really get into that pee. Because we're contaminating the water supply, and you got to really give it your all. The other reason we do that is because the characters can headshot you, and you really don't want that to happen.
The other level.
So you just avoid that by tilting your head back.
Huge. Damage.
I'm going to face that cop, so hopefully he doesn't run at us.
We've had these ideas where we want the zombies to break stuff in the environment, so we had this crazy idea that you would.
That's a 50% marker. Because of the commentary, you can't really hear it too well.
Combine those.
But we're waiting to hear that it's at critical levels, and 75% is coming up here shortly.
The idea behind that is basically it's just a solo game of King of the Hill. Where you have to be in the
All right.
everybody's coming at you. And
Not doing too bad. We still have a decent bit of health. We just got to keep that head back,
Hill to
and we'll get through it. Luckily, the Einstein didn't come up.
just fun. I mean, a zombie taking a whiz.
I like peeing on the cops. That's my
Contamination level critical.
peeing on the
So
cops.
we've peed in the water supply enough. We get a cutscene, we skip right past it, and now we have full control. Well, momentarily we'll have full control. Now, you'll notice we have nothing in our supply, nothing in our arsenal. We're going to have to kill a barbershop quartet guy because they give you a full gut grenade, a hand, everything we want, need, and desire. So, like you said, we eat some brains, and then we just run. This is like a little gauntlet. The thing about this level is legitimately, if you kill people on the bridge, you make it harder because they will spawn a lot of reinforcements. but if you just run past them, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oop, early jump. So now the reinforcements that have to happen. And then we're going to have a guy to our left. No? There he is. And he's going to fire at us. We need the hand for this next spot and the grenade for our last area of this split. Again, we have all 5 of the hippo heads for this zone, so we don't have anything else to collect here. It's just getting through the level like the any % route. Now what we used to do is take the hand, throw it at that control panel, click it, get a little cutscene. Take the hand, keep running with it, jump down here, jump up there, hit that control panel, get another cutscene. Go down here, you get it. One of our runners, Lozy, decided that you could just try running to the end here. And it gives you that cutscene no matter what. And then for whatever reason, you can hit that, and they'll just send in reinforcements. They assume you've done your job. We're skipping them.
Stop panicking. This is nothing. The only way this could turn out bad is if they start walking between the breaker terminals and completing the circuit, and that's just insane. Oh,
That's just insane. All right. Wall. The wall itself has a indiscriminate amount of HP. It doesn't tell you what it is, it just has it. So we're damaging it as fast as we can, and the fastest routing for that is by just zerging it with all the grenades. Ooh, can't get his brains. I need this guy. So you can only possess people that have a non-hard hat. There should be, there he is, the rocket guy there. Now we kill that guy, and we're home free. Uh-oh, Stubbs is getting shot a lot. Okay, we gotta hurry. Every time you see the reload animation just about finish, you can scratch. Oh boy. Oh, Stubbs is taking a lot of damage. Holy moly, that's a big gold. And then you throw your hand. Grab that.
Hi, I'm Alan Turner again, and
Okay.
I'm a designer here at White Load, and we're here to talk about.
Now this level has 7 different hippo heads to grab here. That's a lot of hippo heads to get. Where is it? There we go. There's 2 on the first floor. The third is on the 3rd floor. And then we'll go from there.
The scientists in general.
Now this area has a lot of different enemies, and it's a very staggered level. There's a gauntlet at the end and a really cool boss fight. Hopefully you don't get to see much of that boss fight, and I go through it super quick, but we'll see.
We wanted to get 2 things across. One was that they are the
Run over here, jump on the boxes, and we move.
scientific oddities that you see in the course of the game, and that they've still got things hidden away that you haven't seen yet.
Ugh.
We wound up actually introducing them.
Alright, his brains I like to get because I get the hand out of it, and then we'll keep moving here.
In the lab. And
Now we're on the
to
3rd
back
floor.
to was it the dam?
Grab that hippo head.
I think maybe even the greenhouse.
This guy's absolutely
There's actually
shook.
2 classes of scientists. You can hear the difference.
The Einsteins are just running around scared,
Good scientists, so to speak, are the ones with the British accent.
making crazy pace here.
Assistant scientists are the ones who.
So again, we have 3 out of 7 here. We'll get 6 before the boss fight, and number 7 is actually during the boss fight.
And the other ones also shoot the pink ray.
Hit that button and just
The
keep
blue
on
rays are
moving.
the lead scientists.
Now this is floor 5. Now I think if I get the guy up here, I get a 3rd gut grenade. Excellent. We're gonna go and get that, and then hopefully run right past this guy. Nope. What a jerk. Nonetheless, we'll go ahead and pass him and pick up number 4. Like that.
This is also one of the levels that inspired the idea that the robots
Go
are
past
very
all
hard
these
to-
guys.
that they're
Now, number 5 is in a weird spot. One spot that you don't actually go to anywhere else in the game unless you're getting this hippo head. Oh,
You flip out and start to attack anything and everything.
wrong turn.
Which makes them kind of cool in these close quarters fights because you get if you know there's a robot in the area, you can hurt a robot. And run.
Where is the hand? Okay, there we go. Like, where am I?
You have to shoot
So you go into this little chute here, grab that hippo head, and that's number 5 of 7.
The battle with Dr. Y, however, the idea was to take all the weapons that you've met with the
Good jump.
scientists and take them up a notch. So the main crazy blaster that he shoots.
Let me jump over this,
Is,
and now we'll hit a gauntlet. So the gauntlet has a couple waves here. We get to manipulate them mostly.
the big knockback ray that he fires to push you away from the central obelisk thing is just an extension of the boom gun. But what makes them cool and different is the fact that they're continuous. So they're much more like
Whoa.
the inspiration for both those beams is sort of like the death ray from.
One of the things you may have noticed
That did not spawn properly.
is that there's not a whole lot of diversity.
Not a big issue. Hold on. That guy being alive. Oh, wait, I don't have a
When you
hand.
get to that boss battle with Dr. Y, that's actually sort of explained. The only thing that's missing in a perfect city is a perfect citizenry.
So we're going to go ahead and just kill these people. Normally you'd possess a guy there, and you're good to go, but in this case I goofed.
And that's why you don't really have to feel terribly bad.
End him.
about all these brains.
Okay.
It's been
No biggie.
You can just
And now we got to go ahead and get number 7. So for 7, we walk back and around this way. And then we're over in like the edges of this level. I'm not really sure why they have this built like this, but this is where they hide the hippo head. This is 7 of 7.
Now, I also have to comment that one of the greatest.
Now, I've been playing around with just throwing grenades at this guy right off the get-go. I keep messing that strategy up, so we're not going to do it.
And just having these terrible bloody fights that leave it just covered in gore and chaos, and in a weird way, it becomes more alive once everything's dead than it did when everything was alive. And again, that's another comment on just the nature of things that this game.
Yay!
Stubbs is the only real person in this city who decorates.
Excellent, excellent. Holy moly. Let's go.
Yeah, with a certain style and panache.
So now we're on to Paved with Good Intentions, the second to last split in our run of Stubbs. Go ahead and flip the car. Whoa! And then we drive right over here. Suppose it's to the left, but it depends on how you want to view that statement. But this is number 1 of 5.
All right, I'm Doug Zartman. I'm the level designer for the level known to us as C.
Oh my gosh.
Hall.
I am Chris Cobb.
Come on, car.
Several artists that worked on this.
Parked it
level,
really poorly.
A few others throughout the game.
This is a level that went through many iterations.
So I thought I got the save trigger.
Began
Correct me if I'm wrong, but what that save trigger does for you is it stops that missile fire.
over
Clearly, in that case, it did not.
full of the army having these giant battles, and so I actually designed it that way. This was originally about 10 times larger than it is now.
Which is pretty amazing because it's still very, very large.
Yeah.
All right,
sight line is
perfect.
ridiculous.
So 1 of 5 so far, and we're going to go ahead and get number 2 coming up in this next
Chopping
area.
it down and then blocking off streets and making it much
Perfect.
more,
Right there, for whatever reason, with the way the textures wedge you, if you just spam left and right movement input, it gives you the fall with no drop. So like you don't go ugh, which is perfect. You don't want that. Hang up on the right, and you don't lose your run animation. Now, we've seen Stubbs fart on a Quaker in a tractor with no shielding to it, and it got the person out of the vehicle no problem. What you don't realize is that Stubbs' farts smell so bad at this point in the game from eating so many brains that even a tank will not shield somebody from it. To display that, we go ahead and fart on him. Look at that, he's vomiting. He's in a tank and he's vomiting. At that point, we just go ahead and run right over here. Ah, there it is. Nope. This guy's got to go. All right. That's number 2. Oh my god!
This level is this first,
Rockets!
first one where you're spending a lot of
Run, Stubbs!
in vehicles. Not just vehicles, but tanks that
Alright, good.
can actually do a lot of damage.
So that's 2 of 5. We're going to get 3 of 5 coming up here. Luckily, they plant it right next to where some civilians are supposed to spawn, but because we're Speedy Boy, there are no civilians spawned yet.
A lot of this was a lot of the
That guy threw a grenade at me.
and encounters were designed before.
Now, there's a sniper on the roof. He can be a bit of a pain. Luckily, it seems like he's playing nicely. On the insane difficulty, he's an absolute menace. Dead-eye sniper, always hits his mark.
Is that true? You see it right at
So that's number 3 of 5.
Okay.
We're going to get 4 of 5 once we get through to this next zone.
The tank was quite an undertaking. I'm pretty proud of it. Getting all the
Running
sets
through
to work
here.
accurately and all that was a pretty big deal. Hopefully you can actually see it.
Ooh.
Can't see a lot of the.
I got the drop animation, which you saw there. I was trying to avoid it.
When AIs are driving it around.
Luckily, they give Stubbs access to this nice vehicle.
Turned out pretty cool.
No extra problems to go with that. Take it and run.
Fun to drive around and do some damage.
And then we go ahead and park. Now, this is actually the same spot where Hippo Head number 2 in the run came in. It's just now they're very barricaded and it's nighttime.
All right, so this is the approach to the interior of the city hall level.
Oh, God.
Yeah, when I
Ah, they're firing.
it
Drive,
was
drive, drive.
enormous.
All right, so we make it out of there. Keep on driving.
Now, and if what I've heard is true, it used to be.
We want to park real gentle. Real gentle.
Quite amazing, but I think we still.
That zombie going to the right is, or well, our left, originally right, is perfect.
Tank battle here.
We're going to need a Zombro here to help us do the next glitch, which was found by one of our other runners, Solansky.
Changing the fog, bringing in the fog closer and closer and closer to try to keep the frame.
Come on, bro. Get in. All right, we got a Zombro.
A lot of landscaping went on here. We got rid of some. Used to have 2 statues in here. One of them.
That's not good.
Phallic. We got rid of that one. Put in.
So what we do here is pray that those guys don't recharge their gun fast enough and start driving.
Right in the middle.
Ah!
Don't have anything obscene in this game. No innuendo.
No, we were.
No! Oh my gosh, it reverted us all the way back to this. Feels bad, man. So there goes all of that progress. We're going to have to get Hippo Head number 4 again. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. That's a minute and a half back, but we're still cruising. If we had gotten out of the vehicle there, we very well could have
Time for a
died. And we
couple
could.
donations.
Yep, now's a great time.
All right, excellent. We got a $50 donation from AF Koala. But thank you very much. That's very generous. And then another $5 donation from Iggy Zig with the comment, "Let's get that 111111." Love you guys.
Still pretty big, but it was a good 3 times larger than it is now. And
All right, so we're going to try and set this up here, just doing the same thing. If it happens again, we're just going to try and back out. Hopefully we get a save trigger so it doesn't have to go all the way back through that, but
good little backdrop.
We didn't lose that much time. We're probably going to lose about a minute and a half, it seems like.
Level and setting up fights.
Nice. This time he actually ran a nice route.
Bringing in the fog closer and closer and closer to try to get.
So you want to position to grab him and drive right away.
Alright.
And then that Jeep, for whatever reason, cannot drive properly.
Here, a lot of,
And that's what you want to see.
we used to have
Both of those guys dying means that this guy doesn't like do any weird aggro pulls and run around. He just goes ahead and chills.
properly enhance his ego right in the middle.
And now we drive right on through.
No innuendo.
No, we were
Yeah, drive right on through.
High road.
And now we're going to have to go and get Hippo Head number 5. This is the reason why I like to do this, the skip that way, is because you really need a fast vehicle. And that's number 5. So we have one more in our last area here. We're going to drive over that way. We're in our last split, so we just got to get to that split. And for that, we got to get right into City Hall.
Right, I was worried when I put in some of the slight elevation changes here. I was a bit concerned that the tank wouldn't be able to navigate.
I wonder if you could drive the vehicle in there. That'd be wild. So now we're in the last area of the game. This is the Ghoul of Your Dreams. What we do here is just run right to the right, and we're going to run into the bathrooms. For whatever reason, there's a lot of hippo heads in bathrooms. But we're going to take full advantage of that and run right in. Get a little bit of closure from all this gunfire. And then we'll run out through this door.
I'm Doug Zartman. I'm
Gives you a little bit longer to start healing, hopefully.
T50 end, the interior of the City Hall.
Like that.
I'm Matt Sells.
You want to cross over like this? Ooh.
City Hall is the last
They already killed each other. The one guy already killed his friend.
This is
Unfortunate.
also the level where
Now we run over this way
secrets are revealed.
and up the stairs. So this is like the final gauntlet. Luckily, the game lets you skip all of it and still get full HP. So we're going to kill this guy and then throw our hand at that guy. You need to have 2 gut grenades for the last area. So as you see, the door opens as soon as those guys are down. We go ahead and skip the cutscene. And then you throw at the shields. So at that point, Andrew Monday is open and exposed. We just go ahead and line up. Woo! GG, that is the split. So 1 hour, 2 minutes, 48 seconds. So that is Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse. And this was the 100% category where we collect 53 hippo heads. GG, everybody. That's a new PB for me. Just about 40 seconds off a world record. I think, give or take. We're pretty close. That was a very, very solid run. If I didn't have the weird interaction at the end, I would have had world record here. Very, very good run, though, guys. I appreciate every one of you getting to see that. This was a fun time overall, but we're going to see Stubbs and Maggie kind of swim away. The end pitch of the story basically is that Andrew Monday is your son. Stubbs apparently had a fling with Maggie and met a shallow grave, and now they're lovers in eternal paradise. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for coming. Trashathon appreciates you.
Shiny.
And congratulations on your new personal best.
Thank you. Thank you.